Hello everybody, it's Lumpman2 here, back with more Kirby's Dream Land 3. Today we are taking on the last 3 levels in Sand Canyon and the boss. So, let's head into the 4th level, where we have in the thumbnail, well, the person in the thumbnail is Hikari. They're from a Japan exclusive game, as you might guess. Whose name I do not remember, but it's rather long, and, as all Japanese names are. Most of them, you know what I mean. So, what we didn't see is Donbe, which is a girl that we'll see pretty soon. So we have 3 animal friends. We have Rick, Pitch, and Nago. You know, I haven't used Nago a lot. I'm gonna use him. He rolls Kirby like a ball. I mean, it doesn't make sense because he's a cat, so, you know. You can also double jump with him. Compensation for his rather low speed. Well, I mean, low speed when he's not dashing, but I suppose it's pretty similar to Kirby's. So, as you might guess, the way all these levels have been going, we're going to have to find Hikari. Or I don't remember which one is which. But anyway, we have a new ability here. I mean, Nago's needle ability just shoots spikes out from Kirby. So, it's pretty similar to, like, you know, like some other fire abilities that, it's pretty similar to some other fire and ice abilities that some of the other animal friends have. So, you know, I mean, all those abilities are pretty good because they have a pretty wide range and some. They pretty have a. Excuse me. They have a wide and long range. That's what I meant to say. There. So we have a Maxim Tomato that you can get eaten whilst trying to get. So you just gotta watch out for that guy and stay up there before you jump down. So we have a scrolling segment. So first we're going to want to take bottom path. This is where we're going to get Gutty. Bottom path, then the top path. I don't care about that. Okay, I forgot blows bubbles and does not inhale. Take the bottom path and the top path, and then there's going to be. Then there's a hard. There's going to be 3 paths here, so you're going to want to take the middle path. Come on. Oh, come on, really? I tried. Come on, blow bubbles that sharp. Come on, go. Okay, so you want to take the bottom, top, and then the middle path. And then you have boss, who is a broom. So you're just going to sweep, or you can jump. Or she's going to jump. And put some stars out. And I do not know if his little turn Kirby into a towel and scrub the floor. I don't know if we need an ability, but no, we don't. Okay, so you just collect Hikari right there, and you also get a 1-up if you have the clean ability. Also, this helps. Just go through everything. I kind of want to get a needle ability, though, because I want a Maxim Tomato. That would be useful. There we go. good to get that. So, except when you lose more health afterwards. So, now we just need to continue on to the end of the level, which I think is coming up pretty soon. This is, how much... It's invincibility candy, but I don't think I really need that. Actually, you know what? I will not get it, because I am incompetent. This time I practiced, though, so I should be a bit better. It's, you know, I think... Now that I think about it, Mago has very, cat-like behavior. You know, I mean, he's a cat, still, you know, rolls Kirby like a ball, plays with the stone like a ball, and, you know, well, anyway, I've gotten the Heart Star, so I'm gonna go for that tonic down there, or I'm just gonna get the star, but that's okay. I don't mind. So, in the next level, we have something that looks like Choo-Choo. Oh, whatever. I'm not concerned about that. So, as you might guess, we have to bring Choo-Choo to the end of the level. It's pretty simple, but, I mean, getting Choo-Choo to the end of the level is not entirely easy in itself, but, you know. Ow. But, you know, it's pretty simple for what it is. So down here, I believe there is... Whoa. There's a door down here that leads to Rick. So I'm gonna pick him up, just for the hell of it. Rick can also run while inhaling, but he has to run into an enemy to inhale it. So it's it just doesn't have the range, but no, it's still okay. Still run into an enemy. Better than just having an enemy run into you. I'm not gonna get that one up because it's too difficult to get. However, there is a Maxim Tomato up here, which I would like to get. Now, I believe there is a chance for 3 1-ups down here. Correct about this? Yes, there is. Okay. And down here, there are some ice enemies down here. However, Kirby's Ice Breath. Actually, I don't think we've seen this before. Ice can freeze enemies and turn them into ice cubes, which you then slide across, well, thin air. Which then kills any enemies in its path. However, Kirby's Ice Breath does not go down here. So I believe, correct about this. Okay, Rick's Ice Breath can make that. So I just got 4 1-ups because of my stars and the 3 1-ups that were there. It's pretty good. Rick's ice ability is pretty good. So, we're going to get Choo-Choo sometime later in the level. Also, Rick in this form appears to be able to slide. So, I'll show you, I mean, you can just fall on top of enemies, so it's pretty useful in that section. So I believe in here is where Choo-Choo is. Yes. Choo-Choo's ice ability is just spitting a bunch of snowballs out of Kirby's mouth. I mean, I would call it weird, but this is a Nintendo game we're playing. So, I don't think that's entirely a oddity in this game. Now these are all fake doors. I just lost the ice ability, but that doesn't matter. So up here, there's a door here, which has a bunch of abilities in it. I am not concerned about any of these. Well, you know, I would not be entirely dissatisfied with the needle ability. It's a nice area of effect. Except that, you know, I don't need those stars in there. Come on, let's go up. Why can't I get up? There we go. Yes, I mean, if you want to hit the stars, then go ahead. Just gonna have to get the right ability from there. Oh, okay. I didn't hit it. Okay. I believe there's another health restore over here. Oh, here we go. This is a part where you have to abandon any ability you have at the moment. Sacrifice it for the cutter ability. Although, to be honest, Choo-Choo's cutter ability is actually pretty good, so I'm not gonna complain. You know, except when you get hurt like that. He's spitting little guys, but that doesn't matter. I can just wreck him. Now, this part is a bit difficult because of the abundance of enemies. But just be careful about it. This is where Choo-Choo's ceiling climbing ability comes in handy. Just need to climb along the ceiling and get hit. Well, I don't think you get hit because who's a better player in this game than me? A lot of people are. That's okay. So, have one more section up here. Climb along the ceiling. Okay, the egg is... There's another egg there. Okay, well, yeah, I guess you could just kill the enemy and then try it again, because it's a bit difficult to land on the platform and kill the enemy at the same time. But we have the end of the level up here. So, let's get our heart star from, I assume, a friend of Choo-Choo. I'm unsure of the gender, but I got a 1-up, so I'm not too concerned about that anymore. Anyway, let us move on to the final level in Sand Canyon. This is a very difficult level to get the heart star in if you don't know what you're doing. So, I have some notes written down. Yes, that is how difficult it is. However, it's fairly simple. I mean, it's not difficult, per se. I'd say it's more just trial and error than anything, because there's a very high possibility that you're going to die several times, and in trying to get, even if you're doing it right, you know, it's difficult. However, let's head into this strange alien pyramid with its trippy background. Yeah, well, I like the music in here though. It's very calming for... Okay. Ooh. Now for the evil bowling balls. Now watch out. I'm gonna get rid of Choo Choo here because it's more, well, first of all, it's more convenient to play through with Kirby, and Choo Choo's just gonna appear later anyway. Not with that, we're gonna need her. So, okay, so this is the main room where you're gonna get all the parts necessary to get the Heart Star. So, remember in the first world, we had to collect a bunch of objects in order to get the Heart Star. So, in this level, we're going to have to collect objects again. Now, in this level, we're going to have to collect 5 objects, each with 4 of these doors, or 5 of these doors having a different challenge. So, the place we're going to want to go to first, that, is down. This is basically your hub. I mean, this is basically your ability and animal friend hub. See, so we have all these ability guys that will give you basically any ability you need. But more importantly, we have health down here. I'm going to take one of them. And animal friends. We have Rick, Kine, and Koo here. Now, I think I'm going to take Koo for what is probably the most difficult challenge in within this level. So if we're going to want Koo for one of the rooms, and you're going to want Stone. Now, so after getting all our animal and ability from that room, it's not where I wanted to go. You're going to want to go to the bottom left and go through here. Now, here you're going to want to just watch. You need to activate Stone and rapidly tap B in order to make sure you're hugging the wall in order to destroy those stone blocks down there. And you just want to, you know, destroy the way down here. Now, this is the hard part of this. You can't get Koo yet until you make a path through here. So what you're gonna want to do is make a path down here. So really what you want to do here is just keep tapping the button. Go one layer at a time, stone ability, and there. So now you have a path open for Koo. And you can then take Koo and ride him through this little passageway. And head through this door. And we have a strong wind that we can fly against, and we have the left arm of some robot. If you don't know what robot it is, it's fine, but the level thumbnail can give you a hint. I almost said video thumbnail. Well, I mean, I guess that could give you a hint too, since it's all done in post. Anyway, you can just abandon Koo. So for the next room, I'm going to be taking on the upper left room. That's not the upper left room. Yeah, I mean, I want to go to the bottom room anyway to get the new ability and animal. So for this one, just make sure you don't get hit by these guys. So for this one, you're going to want the Spark ability. And if I may make it down here, you're going to want Kine. So, let's head back up to the hub. Oh my. These guys can't hit you, which is a little bit unfair, but that's how it is. So you want to go to the top left, and you have a totally dark room. Now, there are 3 doors that look identical until you use the Spark ability with Kine. You can see that there's an O on one of the doors. I'm going to go through the O. There's going to be another room. And there's the O over here. And there's the O over here. And there's the O over here. And finally, I believe this is the last one. Yeah. Yes, here is the base of the robot in question. So, all the way down here and head back into the hub. So, I'm going to head back down, and we're not going to get rid of Kine, we're just going to get the Parasol ability from over here. Attack, okay. Now, I'm going to go for the bottom right. I said bottom. Oops, that's not the bottom right. Here we go. So, there's a gap, the chasm here. It would normally be too big for Kine's jump. But since we have the Parasol ability, you jump and activate the Parasol in midair to glide right over. And then you'll end up in a water room where there's a strong current that you have to swim against in order to make it to the right arm. I suppose it's the robot's left arm, but, you know, whatever. So we can just head back over here and get rid of any animal you have now, because for the rest of them, you don't need the animals. So I'm going to go to the upper right room, where you don't need any specific ability, just want to avoid the middle door. The middle door is basically quitting the challenge, you know, if you can't do it or something. So, you want to get either of these abilities, it's pretty easy. You can just take the Parasol out, either of the abilities, and use it on the block up there. It's pretty simple, really. So, Spark. Say the middle door is just, you know, if you don't want to do the challenge, or you can't, or something, I don't know. You can just go through here to quit, go back to the hub. So, Needle. Now, if I remember, this one is a bit tricky. I want to try Fire. Now, you can bring an animal friend in here, and it can help, but you don't have to. For the stone one, if you just hit this, when you hit the ceiling, and if you activate the ceiling, or activate the stone just before you hit the ceiling, you can destroy it, as long as the stone's touching it. Anyway, you've gotten the torso of said robot. I'm keeping this a mystery. It should have been pretty obvious from the thumbnail level. Anyway, final challenge is going up. Just gonna want to climb the platforms. It's pretty simple going up, but I'm gonna remember that you cannot go through the red platforms. You can drop down through the blue platform, but you cannot drop down from the red platforms. So you're going to go up, reach the top of the pyramid, which has the head of the robot. Now you want to drop down. It's pretty easy. You know, it's how slowly the screen scrolls, but you just gotta drop down to the blue platforms. I mean, really, you can just walk through the entire thing. Anyway, let's head down and go through the right side. Go? Okay. And, whoa, the very creepy face things that come out of nothingness and can also eat you. Those chompy things. I mean, seriously, those things are creepy. It scared me the first time I saw it. Although, good the first time I saw them. But, we're coming up on the end of the level here, so I want to jump over all these cannons. If you just move fast, it should work out pretty well. Just keep moving. Just dash and head through the last door. And as you can see, we have assembled Rob, the robotic operating buddy, with Professor Hector, I believe. Hector or Vector. I think those were both in the original games that came with Rob. I think they were called Gyromite and something. Well, you know what? I didn't get a bonus. I meant to get the Peppy Tonic, but... well, it's Sand Canyon, so... let's head on to boss. This is Pawn and Con. Pawn is the raccoon, and Con is that fox-looking. What you're going to do is just inhale the smaller enemies that are on the field and spit them back out at either the larger Pawn or Con. That's not Pawn or Con. It's a smaller version of them. There are going to be these bombs that are dropping down, so you got to be careful of... I mean, basically, just don't stand still is what it's telling you. It helps if you double inhale them, so that if you happen to hit one of some of the smaller enemies, and it just goes right through them. Okay. Careful here. If you ever played Kirby's Dream Land, this is pretty similar to Lo 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 and La La La. But if you haven't, I mean, pretty self-explanatory anyway. Alright. Now where is Con? Con? Yeah. Never mind. Alright. Con, where are you? There you are. And I believe we have one more hit after this. There you are. Oh, he's not dead yet, apparently. I got him! Yes, okay. Alright. Now we're gonna see a traditional Kirby dance. And we're cleansing the area of dark matter. Using all the 6 heart stars that we've collected in the world. And here we go. I like that. I like the Kirby dance. Makes me happy when I win on Super Smash Bros. I hear the Kirby dance as the victory theme. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. We've completed Sand Canyon. So next we're gonna head on to level 4, Cloudy Park. See you, everybody.